forever. We will always stick together. We will always do our best to see it through for the good old gold and blue. Sing along with me. We are the Eagles on the road to victory. All for one and one for all will answer to the call. We're the greatest team of all. Go the Wanderers forever. We will always stick together. We will always do our best to see it through for the good old gold and blue.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to AFL NT coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin on Larrakia country. We're here from round 2 action of the Men's Premier League. This evening, Darwin Buffaloes taking on Wanderers. Hi, I'm Nick Danks. I'm joined by my commentary partner this evening, Natasha Medbury. Good afternoon, Natasha. How are you and what do you expect from today?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I thought that Wanderers were quite lucky to get the win last week, and also Buffaloes, we've seen them with Pint, had a very, very good comeback, but we've got a few milestone games in Jared Stokes with his 200, and I think there was a 200 gamers in Marcus Totham and Nathan Kibilo-Jones, Kibilo.
Yep, a top 4 battle tonight between these two sides. Very warm night here in Darwin, still 32 degrees. Breeze going to the right of screen as normal up here at the moment this time of year, the airport end. The previous games at this ground today, all the scoring has gone to the right of the ground, but in the last match that just finished a few minutes ago, where Waratah came, wow, how they lost that I don't know, but St Mary's came from behind to win by 3 points. There was halfway through the third quarter of that game where that was all over, but then St Mary's bounced back, and earlier on today, out of Norbuild Southern District, defeated the Bombers by 11 points. So 2 great games of footy to start round 2 of AFL NT. This one tonight, who do you reckon?
I'm going to go for Buffs. I think the way that they played last week and to get up for Jared Stokes, he's stalwart for the club and has been for many years. He debuted as a 15-year-old and he's the captain now. Finished runner-up a couple of times for the Nichols medal and also won the Cheney medal in the 1-point loss that was devastating for the Buffaloes. I just think that they'll get up and about for him. And also welcome to the Darwin Buffaloes, Trent Burgoyne, so Peter Burgoyne's son.
Yes.
He's followed his first cousin Nicky Yarran over there, so I believe that that's why Nicky Yarran actually went to Buffs, but of course they have the family ties there through the Coopers. Robbie Cooper was their granddad. So it was, as my family told me, one of the best players they seen play back in the day. So, pretty exciting for that family, the Cooper family.
And the Wanderers are looking to claim another win. The 29-point win last week over Palmerston. Ideal start, but said this one's going to be tougher for them tonight. Yeah,
it is, and they've got a lot of new players. And Aaron Motlop said at the start of the season that they're going through a bit of a transition, and the high hopes aren't too high expectations. But I reckon that win last week would have really really, brought the morale around the club. And, yeah, they've got a lot of new faces in there, but it's good to see Ed Simpson for the Wanderers. He's a big marking forward, and he starts at full forward, and he's got Kevin Moroney on him, which is already a mismatch.
So we're not far away from the start of this game here. A couple of other games are said already. We've had St Mary's defeating Waratah by 3 points. Southern District's defeated Tiwi Bombers by 11. And one other game on at Darwin Massa Nightcliff Oval, which Nightcliff are taking on a pint as we get ready to start this one.
Atkinson against Fuller. Atkinson gets hands to the footy. So a bit of a hustle in the corridor there. Comes out to Pendlebury. Bit of time and space. Doesn't spot up a player. Orstow. He does. Good pick-up on the run, but a great tackle, Mitch Taylor, from behind. He's so dangerous in that defensive 50, Mitch Taylor. Very quick there and deserved a free kick. There's the sideways kick.
First one.
Flooded back here, Buffs. Tries to get over the top to the one-on-one, looking for Simpson. The mismatch, but well done to Moroney. It's kept in. Picks it to the square. And nearly a mark there taken by Bradley Stokes, but it's rushed through. So, score a piece here on the board. Bradley Stokes, usually reliable kick out. Usually when I said that, gave him the commentator's curse. It was hit away by Fuller. Good effort. Baxter Mensch again. Hits the handball. Way to a teammate. Going through the corridor, that's James. James boots it forward. Does it get at the back? It doesn't. Good pick up there by Burgoyne. His first touch, Buffs colours, gets it back and have a ping at the goals. Doesn't have enough on it. Was touched as well. Here the umpire saying play on and picked up in the goal square, and a good goal there by that Hassan Matt Watkins. He had a great season last season, Matt Watkins, and he's got the VC next to his name as well, which is a credit to him. So Buffaloes with the first goal of the game, Nick.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a bit of a rush goal there for the Buffaloes, but they're looking pretty good at the moment, and Wanderers did mess around with it a bit earlier on then, going across the ground rather than going forward, but a good start for the Buffs. Wanderers 1 point, Buffaloes at 1 goal, 7 points. 3 minutes gone in on very warm conditions here in the top end.
Yeah, it has been. They'll be happy to be playing under lights, these guys, but still the humidity is very high. Getting ready for our wet season. I'm not looking forward to it myself. I got a game at 2 o'clock next week. I'm feeling hot already. So both ruckmen to either advantage. I thought that was a slight kicking in danger, but there's Stokes, a 200 gamer. Hands it straight into the arms of his teammate down there. That's Hill. No, that was Stewart. He's injured last week, but come back on. He was legged. So the free kick going to Hassan Ahmad Watkins. So he can possibly kick his second goal of this quarter in a matter of minutes.
Yeah, he fought well for that ball and got away from him. A professional free kick there, grabbed him on the leg because he knew he was gone, and he's going to chip this over his head. But we've in the previous game we had one even close to this that went wide.
Yeah,
so
you
we'll
can't,
hold the breath.
You never know, do you? The footy is a strange shaped ball, and sometimes doesn't come off your boot as sweet as you'd like it to. So Ahmad Watkins comes in, already kicked one. And he makes the goal umpire move, but he kicks that one through. So 2 goals on the board to the Buffaloes. And it's just still the sole point to Wanderers.
Yep, 2-1-13 to a single point.
You can see Trent Burgoyne off screen coming off for a rest. So after 4.5 minutes, he'd be getting used to the humidity.
Absolutely.
I think he's been playing in Melbourne, I believe.
Yeah, humidity is different down there.
Yeah. Adelaide boy.
Yeah.
With both ties here. His dad was a premiership player, of course, for Port Adelaide and also St Mary's.
Yes.
So, Dre Thompson, I think that is in the ruck for Wanderers against Atkinson. Dre Thompson hits it down. Good hit down to Young. Young started the game well for Wanderers. Underneath it was King. Good tackle applied there by Wanderers. They've got the turnover. Walters inside the 50, has a shot on goal. The goal umpire does not move. They've got their first on the board, Wanderers. And that's a good goal. I think that was King. So Marley King.
Yeah, I think it was too. So Marley King 1-1-7 to 2-1-13 here at TIO Stadium in Darwin.
Good transition of footy there by Wanderers.
Yeah, they look good with
the pressure on. Yeah,
absolutely looking good when they put the pressure on early.
They need to keep doing that because the Buffs will bring it. We know their outside run as well, the Buffaloes. So Shane Thorne's come on, number 7 there. Don't see him in the midfield too often these days, but a bit of experience. A lot of experience, I must say. He was on the Bulldogs list at one stage as well, Shane. Umpire throws it up, so chopping out in the ruck is Fitzgerald for the Buffs. There's Big Stafford. Play on. James kicks it in. Courageous there by the Wanderers defender in McLean. Here's Jared Stokes. Can he kick it? He's usually good on the run, and that time he hooks it.
Just pushed it wide.
And he's missed, not happy with himself. Better on the run than a set shot, Jared Stokes. Would have been good to mark his 200th, but still plenty of time for him. He is a noted goal-kicking midfielder. Braden McLean plays on. So, of course, was the captain of Wanderers for many years. It's been passed over to Mitchell Taylor. Mark it back there to Lewis. Lewis goes up the line. Number of players. Ray Thompson tries to hit it over the top. Oh, Henry White, sorry. Henry White, someone chopping in. Oh, there's Big Simpson.
At the back here.
Yeah, he tries. It's a low penetrating kick. Punched away there by Nicky, I think that is. And it trickles over the boundary line. So happy with that.
Good defending there because he was out through the back. He did plenty of time there. He had to get that ball across to him with a low pass and was cut off pretty easily in the end.
Yeah, by Jonas Nicky. So my apologies. It is Henry White that's chopping out in the ruck. So Simpson this time for Wanderers in the forward 50. It looks like he's going to go into ruck. Shovels the handball out. But his kick away there was Domick. Picked up by Tottenham. Has a shot on goal and he missed. So another minor score here at Wanderers. And just seeing they're going man on man. It's not zoning here, Wanderers, for their kick out. So just a short one. Bradley Stokes finds his brother Aaron. To Moroney. There's the man. Always on the run, Jared Stokes. Goes long. For he at the back. Tries to puddle it to himself. Couldn't get it. That's Coco Nicky back there. It's the handball back. Good intercept there by Wanderers, and they've turned the ball over. Crucial turnover this could be. Go inside the 50, and Moroney read it well. He had 4 Wanderers players in there against 2 Buffs. He read it very well. They go out wide. So looking for the switch here. Jackson Clark. Down the line. So good mark. Taken just behind centre wing. He's forward. So by himself there is Lockie Hill. Had a good game last week. His ankle's Coco Nicky. Goes in Matt Watkins one-on-one. Uses his body well. Could it bounce through? Has it got enough on it? They're trying to shepherd it through. Well done, Joel Capillo. I think that was back there. Managed to get the touch crucial touch it was too.
Absolutely, that was bouncing through all the way, and he's just managed to fight off his attacker and just get his hand to it.
So Daniel Fitzgerald kicking it up the line here, just sticking to the boundary line, Wanderers. They're in no rush. Finds a teammate out there in Matty Motlop. Not as many Motlops out there these days.
No.
Some of them moving. Poor kick. And it's a turnover out of bounds on the full. No breeze out there either, so they can't blame that. The flags are not moving. Here's the big switch up here by Buffs. They go out wide. Got a bit of time and space here. Jackson Clark. Ball bounces kindly for him. Just a chip over the top. Here's Baxter Mensch. No one around him. I don't know how that is possible.
There's a lot of space out there for early in the game.
Coco Nicky. Yeah, Baxter Mensch with 41 possessions, you'd be having a close check on him, wouldn't you?
I think so, yeah. But there seems to be a lot of room early.
So there's Coco Nicky, sorry. So not a good kick to Armat Watkins again. The boundary throw in. Good match up, him and Joel Cabillo, I feel. Mitchell Taylor telling everyone where to go. He's the general back there. Looks like he's got Stafford. That's a good matchup as well. Just off camera. Oh, you can just see them on camera out there to the left. Umpire throws it in. The top was Fuller. There's Metch again. Has it got enough on it? Parked underneath it.
Oh, kicked off the ground.
Who was that? That's Stafford.
Stafford.
Yeah, big Stafford. So just a critical kick in the hot spot. 9 times out of 10 will work for you. Yeah,
just dropped for him there for the last second, and just was smart enough to put his toe through it, and that was the end of that one.
Yeah, big Stafford loves kicking a goal.
So 3-3-21 to the Buffaloes, 1-1 to Wanderers.
And you're right, there is a bit of space, but I just don't understand. Someone like Baxter Mensch, 41 possessions, was known to rack up the possessions last season as well when he was playing for Magpies, but just loose checking. I'm a bit of the old school. We had a conversation in the earlier game that I commentated that I still think a tagger is needed in a game. Yeah. If you can stop someone that gets 41 positions, they get 10, and you get a couple. You nearly get best on ground, but they don't look at that these days anymore. It's quite interesting. So it looks like Matthew Young is playing on Baxter Mensch. Umpire bounces the ball. Good bounce as well to that umpire there. Hit from the centre, so Buffs go forward once again. Oh, Jared Stokes, if he can get a handle on this one, dangerous. He is. Bit of time, dances inside out, but should be holding the footy. Tried to do a little bit too much there, had 3 on him. And the free kick going back there to Arbon, I think that is.
It's amazing. The only guy going for the ball there was when it got pinged, because they just waited for him to get possession and then grabbed him.
So I think that's McLean. Braden McLean. Don't actually have number 9 on our team sheet, but pretty sure that's him. Baxter Mensch again, another possession, but Shane Thorne got that one. And the umpire, no, something's off the ball. Shane Thorne's dropped the footy as well. That should nearly be a 50. The umpire hasn't picked it up. So Shane Thorne had the footy.
Yeah.
Free kick's going the way to Buffaloes, and he dropped it.
Something's happened down here near interchange. So
you've got to give it back on the full. You've got it in your hand. So you're lucky to get away with that one. There's Matty Campbell. The experienced Matty Campbell had a big influence last week. Stokes gets the ball to space to Stafford, coming through his Pendlebury, and he sprays that, and that's out of bounds on the full.
So that's gone from a mark where it was positioned in the middle of the ground to out here to the interchange, back to where it was. So I'm confused what was happening there as well. Yeah,
something happened off the footy, but Shane Thorne was lucky to not give away a 50.
Dropping the ball,
in that scenario, not giving it back to the player that had the free kick, which was Atkinson. So there's McLean. Goes long. Contest. Oh, good pick up there by the Buffs. Oh, and then he kicks it into Trent Burgoyne. Picked up by Aaron Stokes. Dribbles it inside the 50. Here's Burgoyne again. This time, can he kick his first goal? Buffs colours, he does. And they'll get around him. Trent Burgoyne, welcome back to the Darwin Buffaloes. His family club. A lot of family here to watch this game. Very excited to have him back. Well, I don't think he's actually played for them, but to have him in family colours. I went to school with his mum, Anne-Marie.
Yep.
Very lovely lady. And shout out to her. I know she'll be down there pretty excited to have her son in the double blues.
Looked pretty good there when he picked that ball up. A nice touch.
Even the first touch, the one and then his player sort of kicked it into him, but he jumped straight back up. So, of course, AFL experience was on Port Adelaide's list for a while. A couple of seasons, I think it was. Brothers there now, Jace.
So 4-3-27 to 1-1-7. The Buffaloes leading by 20 points as we come to the 15-minute mark of the first quarter.
So White against Atkinson. He wins a tap down, but Tottenham's going to pick this up under pressure. So did pretty well. Up and under kick. Well out there, Wanderers. That's diving at the feet. The umpire let it go. Comes through, picks it up, handballs forward. Good handball, chain of handballs here. Marcus Tottenham, can he kick one in his 100th? He doesn't. He looks across for Drake Thompson. Can get a handle on it. Kicked off the ground by Matty Campbell. Out of the pack. Oh, it's going to land fortunately in the arms of King. The umpire said it didn't go the distance. Play on, he dishes it off, and I reckon they've got a second. No, it's just missed. Oh, the umpire said it didn't travel enough. I've seen them paid. Oh, yeah, I've seen them paid for shorter.
Yeah.
Maroney, I think he's such an underrated player. He did so well last week on Matty Ryan, and as I pump up his size, he kicks it out of bounds on the full. But last week he had the match up against Matty Ryan, a lot more taller than him, but he's just so agile, and he really shut down his influence and helped Buffaloes win the game. And he's got another big target with Simpson today. So Sam Davidson. He'll go long for Simpson, he does. Simpson runs at it, got hands to it, but Maroney again with the pressure from behind. Oh, good spot up kick. Well done. Sometimes you've got to go backwards to go forwards, and that was a brilliant spot up. Didn't quite pick up.
So it's Tottenham?
Tottenham's got the footy. The spot up, I think, was King. 26. That was Daniel Clee, sorry. So Tottenham, 100 games tonight. Seems like he's been playing forever. He's still very young. Comes in. Looks good off the boot. Has it got enough carry? And I think it's just... No, it's a mark.
Mark on the line.
Right on the line. So taken there by Aidan Domick. So this is...
He got really close to the man on the mark there when he took that kick, and he just made the ball go straight up in the air, and Domick's come down with it but converted it for Wanderers. So 2-2-14 to 4-3-27.
Yeah, they needed that. They needed that goal as well, just to steady it.
Yeah, could get a bit nasty if Buffs had got the one before that instead of that. And Wanderers had, you're right, it would have just blown it out just slightly.
I guess, and as well with Buffaloes, they've got, Wanderers with Big Simpson down there. They just need to make sure that they don't always go to him and bomb it long, because the Buffaloes defenders will read that and they'll just prey off the ground ball and run away with it. They're very good at it coming, rebounding from half back.
You're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season here from TIO Stadium in Darwin on a very warm night, and a 13-point lead to the Buffaloes at the moment.
In the middle, White. Here's Jared Stokes, just drives it forward. Stafford on the lead, well done. It hit his chest, not much that Mitchell Taylor could do about that.
Perfect pass.
Yeah, there. Beautiful kick. As a defender, you love that as a forward, but as a defender, you're absolutely helpless, aren't you?
Yeah, all you can do there is just hope that the full forward drops it, because it was right on his chest, and a lovely pass. There was only one outcome there.
He's lucky he doesn't have a hole in his chest, because it was absolutely pin perfect, but drilled at him as well. Now, Daniel Stafford has a beautiful kicking action. Picked a few last week. It's like effortless. And he's kicked that one. So Daniel Stafford has his second of the game. So we've gone nearly 19 minutes in the first quarter. But yeah, just a good clearance. There once again, the clearance king, Jared Stokes.
Yeah, picked him up really well there, and a good quick answer there by the Buffaloes from Wanderers' previous goal.
You know, and some of the kicks these days sort of, float, got a bit of hang time, but that one didn't. And it just got the speed of hitting, when it left Jared Stokes' foot to hitting Stafford on the chest wasn't long at all. Drilled it.
Yep, certainly been doing that at training a few times, you could see.
Yeah, that's for sure. So Fitzgerald's out, chopping out in the ruck for the Buffs. Hit forward there by Buffs, and a good mark taken by Palmer.
It's a couple of good grabs he's done like that today already.
Yeah,
just outside the 50.
He played a really good game last week as well. Looks confident. He's going to have to kick it from about 53. No breeze. Don't see him kick goals from this distance very often. He kicks it from about 55. Trying to get the distance. He sprayed it a bit. Good work. Trent Burgoyne couldn't get a hold of it. Cleared there by McMurray. And a mark taken there by Baxter Mensch. So already he's racking up the possessions. What has he got to go to? There's a flooded forward line here, so it looks like he's going to either pop it to the top of the square or he's going to go for the big sticks. Up and under kick, we'll say he went to the top of the square, and it's a good mark there by Palmer, I think that is.
Yep, that's another one he's grabbed there, and you will say he went to the top of the square. He certainly, that's where it's ended up, but
he marks it, so...
I had a feeling there for 10 seconds the umpire turned that around for some reason.
I was thinking it was a 50, he was marching to the goal line. They're just bringing him round, chewing up a bit of time.
We're well into time on now, so big first quarter though. We look like we could have 8 goals in the first quarter, so we could go for a little while.
The goal feast. So he's nailed that. So Palmer's kicked his first goal of the game, and the Buffaloes have their 6th. So well done there to the Buffs. Just their forward entry has a little bit more spark to it.
Yep.
It's not one-dimensional where I feel that Wanderers going forward are looking for Simpson all the time. I can see Shane Thorne walking to the forward 50 now for Wanderers. He's another good marking target. They maybe need to lower their eyes, hit up the shorter kick maybe, and just maybe chip it around just to put the Buff defence off, because just kicking it long is going to work into the favour of Buffaloes. And you've got the general back there, Matty Campbell. He plays everywhere, but this week they've got him playing in the back line, so he'll be barking orders down there, no doubt. But Buffs have many options. Like Stafford's not playing full forward this week; he's actually playing at half forward. So back in the middle, free kick. They go in the way of Buffs. Gets it off to Baxter Mensch. Again, no one near him. Here's Jared Stokes. Takes him on. He's got some speed to burn. Snap around the corner, and he's missed that one as well. He's trying to get one here on his 200th. So Mitchell Taylor will bring the ball back in. So you've got Palmer down there. You've got Daniel Stafford. You've got Matt Watkins, and it looks like that Jared Stokes is actually resting up in the forward line, not coming off, which is, we know he's a goal kicker as well.
You'd be keen to get a couple today. 2-3-15 to 6-4-40. So a big first quarter for the Buffs in the 22nd minute.
Beautiful weighted hand pass there. Arbon's got it on centre wing. Kicks it out wide. Thorne goes long again, looking for Simpson. Simpson takes out his own play, jumps to his feet in Baddeley Kelly, taken to ground, kicked off the ground here by Matty Motlop, I think that was. They shovel it out. Bradley Stokes hand passes to a teammate. Poor kick, but Baxter Mensch makes it look good. Took it on the bounce, no fumble. Important in footy these days. There's a fumble, so a turnover. Couldn't quite make the most of that. Out there was King. So Buffs turnover, another turnover. There's turnovers galore out there on the far wing here at TIO Stadium, and it's still going. It's like a
couple of kicks there.
Pinball machine out there.
A couple of kicks there like it was a wet footy. I know you get a lot of dew on the ground this time of night up here in the top end, but certainly a few bad kicks then.
Baxter Mensch. Well, I'm going to be saying that name a lot tonight. Always gets leather poisoning. Jonas Nicky in the corridor. This is good work. This is what I mean about Buffs rebounding from defence. He pushed forward, put it in front of Matt Watkins. Beautiful mark. He's going to play on. You could read that every day of the week. Pops it up for Stafford. Good punch away by Mitchell. Stafford gets the footy again. Hand passes looking for Coco Nicky. The good rebounding defence again once here by the Wanderers. So Matty Motlop got it to a teammate, and Marshall with the handball to Marcus Totham. That's not 15. The umpires paid it, and I reckon that went about 8 metres. He didn't pay the one in the forward 50, but he's paid that one to King. So fortunate there for Wanderers. Asked to move it on now. Not much to kick to. There's no one in the forward 50 here for Wanderers. He just has to pop it up and hope, and a good mark by Moroney. So it's just not working for them back there, Nick.
No, it's not. Going forward, they just lost ideas at the moment.
Matty Campbell has a bounce. Looks to space, and you would when you got Stokesy running onto it. Pushes his opponent out of the footy. That was McMurray. Getting out there to help him. Palmer. Kicks it in, and Matt Watkins. He's taken a few marks already in this first quarter. He's kicked 2 goals. This is gettable. I said he had a really good season last season.
Lining up for his 3rd.
And Buffalo's 7th. And this is only the first quarter.
Yeah,
you're right.
Wanderers look just, lost of ideas going forward at the moment, Wanderers are. They'll address that at quarter time.
Yeah, I would, personally, we'll just watch Matt Watkins go on, have his kick. Looking for his 3rd. No breeze, flags are not moving. It goes across the face, can't be kept in, and it's through for a minor score. I'd put Simpson in the ruck.
Yep. And
I'd probably go a bit shorter in the forward line, because if you look at the Buffalo's defenders, there's not many talls. The tallest one is Kevin Moroney.
Yep.
A quick kick in. Clean. So he's marked down as 25, what he usually wears, but it's wearing 9 today. There's Simpson. Got Shane Thorne over the back. If they Wanderers can move the ball quickly, they can't. It's a turnover. So once again, calls a turnover. Lockie Hill puts it in to Palmer. Palmer's going to play on, goes in, and he's missed it. A bad miss there to Palmer. You knew what he was doing when he took that mark as well. He was not going back for a set shot. He played on.
He's had a great first quarter, though. He's taken 3 or 4 really good marks, and that was a nice one as well. It's just a shame for him he didn't finish it off.
They're hanging on for dear life. I know it's only the first quarter here, but Wanderers Buffs are just hammering their inside 50s. So they'll be looking forward to the quarter-time siren here. Poor kick in at the feet. You don't see that very often from McLean. This time he cleans up, finds King. Sorry, that's Young. Get wide to Taylor. Taylor uses the footy well, and he does that time. To Clee. So he's got a player over the top. And passes it to him now. The back is White. Takes it on the second grab. And again has to wait for players to stream forward, and he kicks it in between 2. But Shane Thorne can kick goals from here, and he dribbles it and just misses it. So the intention was there, and I don't think he had any other options to go to. So he had a shot himself. And if Wanderers need to be careful here, because Buffs kick out. There's Jackson Clark. Poor kick. Going to turn it over. A good pick up there by Young. Needs to get rid of it. Shakes the tackle. Puts it up. But I reckon Matty Campbell's parked underneath it. Drops the mark he should have taken. Puts himself under pressure. But look at him go. He takes on 2, 3 of them. Third effort. Gets it out to a teammate by himself in Stewart. Moroney over the top. Seaton Kernoff. Brings it back to Stewart. So no one around him, so he plays on, wanders through the corridor, then goes long, gets over the back to Stafford. Doesn't. Clean does well. Cleans it up. Domick kicked the goal. Couple of bounces down the wing. But no one to kick to. 3 Buffaloes players there. Ooh. Now Trey Thompson comes in, puts the pressure, causes a turnover. Well done, Trey Thompson. Wins the ball back for his team, but coming flying in there is Garamba. And I think there's a free kick, going the way of Garamba as the siren goes to end the first quarter.
A long first quarter, 28 minutes. You're watching, it's quarter time. We're here at TIO Stadium, and it is 2 goals at 4:16 to 6:42. We'll be back at TIO Stadium after this short break.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Territorians go a long way for one another.
So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away.
Get a quote today.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AFL NT coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin. Round 2 action, the Men's Premier League. Darwin Buffs taking on Wanderers. I'm Nick Danks, my commentary partner Natasha Medbury. Natasha, Buffs leading by 26 points at quarter time, looking really good.
Yeah, they are, and the change we were talking about before the break and just off air was Ed Simpson to go on the ruck, and that's exactly where he's gone. So
yep, you called that one.
I just think he around the footy is going to be more dominant, and then they're not so one-dimensional going forward, looking for him with the long bomb into the 50. So Atkinson wins that one down. So tracking the footy there is Domick. He's had a good start to the game for Wanderers. And the hand passes. James tries to break the tackle. He does now, and he breaks the second one. Has still enough time and space to wheel around. Puts it into the hot spot, but that's a good mark taken back there by Ryan McMurray in front of Trent Burgoyne. Trent started with a few good touches. Poor turnover. So Daniel Stafford, good kick. Low penetrating kick. Looking for his captain, and Stokes couldn't find him. Joel Cabillo shovels the footy out, and Daniel Stafford has another mark outside the forward 50. Had Coco Nicky all by himself. He's still screaming for it, but he actually is better longer out. Stafford lowers his eyes now. They do want to get the captain a goal, I'm sure of it, for his 200th, because they keep going for it, Nicky.
I think the umpire thinks that too, because I'm counting that metres between that line and that line. I reckon about 4.
So I reckon once he kicks it, they'll be happy. They'll get around him, and then I reckon he'll spend all his time in the midfield again. Yeah. He seems to be down forward quite a bit even to start this game. He's got his brother next to him, number 10 there, Bradley. They will be hoping to get it through. His family, you'll hear the crowd as well. Many generations through the Buffs, and it's a helicopter, and he's got it. You'll see him get around him now. So Jared Stokes playing his 200th. I remember many, many moons ago when I won the best and fairest for the competition. Back then it was called the Coca-Cola medal. He won it for under 14s, I think. And we sat at the same table, under 14s for the Buffaloes. He was a star back then and is a star now. And it leads his team very well. And straight back into the midfield. He's got his goal. He's happy. Yeah, crowd's happy.
Might make a change, you're right. They've pinned him up a couple of times in passes. You think, why do they that? But that one was pretty straightforward. The umpire was nice to give him the metres, but he's run around the mark and knocked it in fairly well. So Gareth Stokes gets his goal on his 200th, and I think they'll stop looking for him now. And,
yeah, I think you're right. A helicopter punt. It wasn't his nicest kick, but always a lot better on the run, and he just got a little bit of that run behind him.
Yep.
Jared Stokes. Ed Simpson wins that tap. Here's Domick again. Couldn't get a handle on the footy. Stokes. Hand pass. Chain of hand passes here. Lockie Hill. Not the best kick forward. Matt Watkins fell difficultly then. Aaron Stokes in front. Pendlebury. Nice spot up kick. Beautiful work to Jonas Nicky. So there's Hill. Hill gives it to Stokes. Goes long. Trent Burgoyne in front over his head. They're under a bit of pressure here. Wanderers defence, but picked up by Palmer. No, that's Coco Nicky. So Coco Nicky's got himself on the board. No, that is Palmer. So Palmer has kicked his second. Sorry, 18. Yeah, we've got to look for the tape. Coco Nicky has the tape on the right shoulder, the left shoulder there. So Buffs started the second quarter well. Kicked 2 goals. The first 2 goals, Wanderers really need a couple of goals here, Nick. Otherwise, it could be getting a little bit ugly. Now, I know, the games can change after half time, and, Ed Simpson's got a couple of taps, but it might not get pretty here for Wanderers.
Yeah, I think you're right. They look really confident going forward, the Buffs do, and Wanderers are just haven't got any ideas at the moment. And 6 goals in the first quarter, 2 now, and you're right, this could get ugly really quickly. Hopefully it doesn't, but on the other hand, Buffs are looking really good.
So Simpson again won the tap down. Can they get the clearance though? No, they miss Mitchell Johnson. Kicked off the ground by Atkinson, played his 150th last week. And a good mark taken back there by that man, Ahmet Watkins.
He's already got 2 today.
Got 2, but I reckon he's taken about 6 marks.
Yeah, they've looked, as in their 50, they've had some great grabs, the Buffs have, and a lot of them straight onto the chest as well. So they've really controlled the ball coming forward, lowered the eyes, and picked up their runners really well.
And it's those real low passing spear kicks, isn't it? They don't sort of hang. So Matt Watkins, can he kick his third, and Buffalo's third to start this quarter? Makes the goal umpire move, and he's missed that one. So Wanderers would have been on there if they would have hit Mitchell Taylor in the midfield, but they missed it, and it was a crucial turnover, and Buffs with the shot on goal. McLean with the kick-out duties. Good kick. Finds Totham. Not much to go to.
No, not much at all.
Got to go down the line. He's got one player on 4. And I think he's won the free kick. No,
the one player put his knee up and shoved away. So
Moroney will go to Matty Campbell. He'll look for the switch up. Bradley Stokes. He goes down the middle. Finds his brother. Oh, that's nearly 50. Played for it a little bit there, Jared.
Yeah, he did.
And there's that spearing kick again. Went in for Coco Nicky this time. Baxter Mensch picks it up. He's usually good on the left boot. That was a mongrel kick. It's up and under, and Palmer takes the mark. So he's looking dangerous down there. Kicked 2 goals. So very gettable, this goal as well.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak a bit around there. The umpire's not going to let him. He did it very quietly, and he thought, I might be able to pick up 2 or 3 yards here, but he got caught.
It's quite funny watching players do that, because when the umpire looks behind them or something, you see the players sort of creep around.
Yeah.
Has a shot on goal and it goes across the face. Does it stay in? No. It's gone out of bounds on the full. So Jesse Marshall will take the free kick here. No, Mitchell Taylor's going to take it. McLean was on. Just did his lead a little bit too early. Goes along here, Taylor. The far side, there's Ed Simpson. The real only mark that he's taken so far in this game.
There's something off the ball. He got pushed as he went up from behind. And
so
the second umpire's pinged it, not the umpire on the ball.
So Moroney. So there's that match-up again. He's such a vital player for them, Moroney. Can play smalls or talls that we've seen. Oh, lovely pick-up. Matt Watkins, and goes across the face, and it bounces just inside the field of play for another boundary throw-in. So they're peppering their goals here, the Buffaloes.
Got full control of this game so far. So in this quarter, Wanderers, I don't think, have crossed the halfway line.
They've got no one past the halfway. There is no one. The oval is empty. They're all in the forward half of Buffs. Dispossessed there. That's holding the footy. Jared Stokes tried to do too much. Free kick going to McLean. So again, not much run. There's a lead now. He's going to go to that lead. And a diving mark there taken by Davidson.
Made him work for a simple ball over the fence.
Sam Davidson. There's Shane Thorne. He had to go at that, and he did. Make a contest. There's Palmer. Palmer looks for Nicky. Overran it. There's McLean. And that's it. Got to be in the back.
Yes.
So the umpire, the free kick. There's that chip kick in the defensive 50. Arbon takes it. But there's not much to go to here. But I don't mind if they keep possession of the footy. Chip it around.
Yeah.
As long as you've got possession of the footy, Buffs can't score. And that's the last thing they need is Buffalo scoring. Davidson. So this is working. King. Got to wait for players to actually move back, so they're slowly. There's no one inside the forward 50 here for Wanderers. They try and get it over the top to Clee. Pushed off the ball by Bradley Stokes, and there's that man mopping up again. Kevin Moroney is absolutely everywhere. Jonas Nicky. They're just holding it up. He look for the switch. Stewart's on with the switch, but spots up Trent Burgoyne. Getting a bit more involved in the game. Nearly a turnover in the corridor. This could work for Wanderers. Simpson. The ball comes out now, and the umpire's found a free kick. It's coming back the way for Wanderers. Matty Motlop's at the back. Doesn't have enough on the kick. Can it get over the top? Good work by Stewart. Got a fist in there. There's Matty Motlop now. Gets it to Totham. It's the kick in. Good pick up on the bounce. It goes across the face of goal. So that was King. He kicked one in the first quarter.
Again, making him work when they go forward, Wanderers. They could have hit him up there. He's made him bounce into it, which took him off his angle. And, of course, he's pushed it wide from behind. It's just some simple stuff that Wanderers are just missing at the moment.
A lot of clangers, aren't there? A lot of turnovers. Their kicking is letting them down. All dangerous. Thompson comes in. Good attack at the footy. Thompson's going to get it back. Can he have a pin at the goals? He does, and he kicks the third goal for Wanderers. They had to work hard for it, but well done, Dre Thompson. We've seen him here in a contest in the first quarter. It was 1-on-3, won the ball back for his team, and he's gone and done it down into the forward 50 there. So well done, Dre Thompson. Pointing to the crowds. He's obviously got family in the crowd. But well done there. That was effort.
It took a mistake, though, from the Buffs, which is what Wanderers have been doing, but they did capitalise on it, which is a fabulous thing, and Thompson getting the goal. So 3 goals, 5-23 to 8-7-55, and the goal is muchly needed by Wanderers there as we head into the 10-minute mark of the second quarter.
So Simpson's gone back to full forward, so having a rest from being in the ruck, I think that's the move they've got to stick with. Because once he's out of rest, put him back into the ruck, put him on the footy. He could potentially be your most dominant player. We've seen in seasons past. I know he's kicked a lot of goals down there, but just feel they need him in the ruck. Fuller missed that one. Comes out to Burgoyne, who started in the middle. Stafford. Mitchell Taylor overran it. Baxter Mensch somehow held the footy. Matty Motlop's in there. Ball comes out to Seaton Kernoff and hits that man again. Matt Watkins on the chest. He's had a lovely delivery inside the 50 today. Wouldn't mind being a forward down the Buffalo's forward line myself tonight. Yeah,
there's a bit about 10 of them where I think they've hit chest up, and that's why they've got 8 goals on the board, and they've looked really good going forward.
Missed a couple, though. Kicked 2 early on in the first quarter. So that said earlier, I reckon that is close to his 7th mark. And again, he misses to that near side. Yeah. So another minor score. Reckon up a few points here. 8-8-56. 3-5-23 Wanderers. Clean. Gonna go out to Matty Motlop, trapped it well. The line. That's
have to keep stopping. They're waiting for someone to come past there, don't they?
I think that's Fijo out there. I don't have a number 8 on the team sheet, but I'm pretty sure that's what Fijo always plays in for Wanderers. There's Simpson. Goes into the corridor, and there's White. Takes the mark. So good work by Wanderers. Needs to go back and nail this one for his team, Henry White. So he was chopping out in the ruck with Ed Simpson. So he's floated forward. It's a very important goal if he can kick it for his team. See on the kids playing on the hill in the background. Looks terrible off the boot and has missed everything. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick going the way of Lockie Hill.
Wanderers would have liked that goal to get themselves back right in this.
Good body work there, but good mark by Stewart. Atkinson looks inboard, but then goes down the line. Good lead by Palmer. Why wouldn't you kick it to him? He's marking everything. That one is deemed a mark. No chop of the arms. So free kick. And well done. Well read by Mitchell Taylor. Now he'll look to switch it. He does nearly every single time. Doesn't let me down. Finds King. Well held up there by Jonas Nicky because they're on here. They've got a bit of an overlap here, Wanderers. There's Dre Thompson. Had a bounce. Finds Baddeley Kelly. He's got wide again. Now, can he have a better shot on goal? He sprayed it wide the last shot that he had about a minute ago.
He was running around by himself there for a little while, and they picked him out. But you're right, as soon as they broke away that ball across the middle, Wanderers have done really well to get this opportunity. And they that's the only thing that I think that Buffs haven't woken up to so far in the game is the switch by Taylor. Every time Taylor gets it, it's a long ball out to the fat side. Now this one's going across the face as well. He sneaks that one in for a minor score, but doesn't have the kicking boots on. No. Teammates get around him. Pendlebury. They've got it over the top. Thompson did well to hold him up. Jonas Nicky.
feigns the handball. Then tips it over the top to Coco Nicky. He's got time and space. No one around him. Now someone goes to him. Too much time and space until Davidson got there. Stafford regathers. Handballs to Seaton Kernoff. Kicks it out to space. Burgoyne will get there first. And he was tackled from behind by Mitchell Taylor and out of bounds for a boundary throw-in.
Coming up to the 15-minute mark of the second quarter. Wanderers 3-6-24, Buffaloes 8-8-56.
So, geez, that ball's gone high for a boundary throw-in. Work by Stafford. He did the ruck work, regathers, spots up a player in Jackson Clark. Clark can switch it, had Bradley Stokes on, ignored it, now called to play on. Finds a big man again in Stafford. Playing a good game. Not so close to goal, taking a lot of his possessions outside the 50. Which is all right because his other forwards are clunking them. Matt Watkins, third in line, couldn't take that one, but then applies a beautiful tackle.
Yeah.
And they're pleading for holding the ball, but no prior opportunity there. Going to be a ball up. Yeah, you can afford to let Stafford sort of run around outside the 50, can't you? And you got Palmer in there, Matt Watkins.
Well up there.
High. Was Stewart there?
And he's pushed that one
goal.
right.
So another behind. That was Stewart in the ruck there that got up nice and high.
Got up very high, didn't he?
Nathan Stewart. McLean. It's a teammate. Chip. Dangerous, but comes off. So McMurray. Again, they'll just look to chip it around. I think that's Marshall out there. And White couldn't take the mark. So it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Just forward to centre wing here for the Buffaloes. I'm just seeing that if Wanderers have made any other changes, doesn't look like it. Shane Thorne's hanging around there in the midfield. So he's pushing right up as you need to do as a Wanderers forward in this game, I feel. Good pressure. Now it's inside. Stewart gives it back to Jared Stokes. He'll give it to Coco Nicky. Had a player running past. I think that was... Who's that that got the kick away? It was one of the Stokes boys, Bradley. So, but the mark is taken by Matt Watkins.
Yep, lining up again. He's had a few shots today.
He's a lot closer this time around.
Yep.
I won't give him the commentator's curse. I won't say anything. Lots of changes being made in front of us for Wanderers. And he nails that one. He's kicked his third goal finally after missing probably the last 3 or 4 shots. And he's nailed that one. So Buffalo's kick away once again.
They'd stemmed the tide there for a little while, Wanderers. They stopped it running, but Buffalo's getting that goal as we come close to half time.
Yeah, they just made 4 changes here, Wanderers. And just looking a bit dejected here. They need their senior players to sort of get around, and when I sort of say senior players, they don't have that many left out there. There's a lot of new players and that are, you know, don't look like kids, but just the stalwarts of the club.
3 goals to 1 so far in this quarter, and Wanderers have done really well to stem that, because they could have certainly been a lot. If Buffs had kicked straighter, that would have been 6 or 7 to 1. And
well, it's 3 goals to 1 so far in this quarter, so definitely a better outcome. We've gone 18 minutes. So free kick. Again, up and under kick. Not much, but good body work by Domic. He's had a really good game. The umpire says it was touched. So when it's not going your way, nothing goes your way, does it?
No, it doesn't.
I like the look of Domic. Strong player. Henry's in there against Atkinson. Jared Stokes just bounced that to himself. Dre Thompson trying to get around Gunumbar. And that was touched. So throw in. Here's an opportunity here for Wanderers. So if Eddie Simpson goes, he's standing next to Matty Campbell, but definitely can't go on this ruck contest. Atkinson gets there now. If he can palm this down to a runner. It's to the back, obviously heard the voice, and finally they've got their 4th. They did that really well. So Ed Simpson heard the voice of Matty Young and tapped it down to him in a bit of space, and they kicked their 4th goal. So thought it was dangerous down there with Ed Simpson in the ruck, the forward 50. Heard the voice, and that was a perfect ruck tap.
Yep, absolutely was. Back to a 33-point margin. 9-9-63 to 4-6-30. We're just coming up to time on in the second quarter.
They'd probably like to get another one if they can get a quick clearance here. It's been a bit hard, but maybe the tide can start to turn. They definitely don't want it to be any more than 33 points. Baxter Mensch dispossessed, but the umpire said, oh no, got pointed the wrong way, so it was going to Baxter Mensch. It's taken high. Hasn't had a bigger influence on this second quarter as what he had on the first, so they've shut that down a little bit. Ball comes out to Lockie Hill, pops it up. Two players fight for it there. Orstow takes the mark in front of Daniel Stafford. So slight angle. This is not what Wanderers needed. So John Orstow. Talking below on the mark. Looks good. Does it hold its line? It just fades late and only just makes the distance. So punch through for a minor score. 10 behinds the Buffaloes have kicked. Quite sure Cammy Stokes will be happy with that. They've had a lot of gettable goals that they've missed.
Yes, absolutely they have. We've only had 5 goals in this quarter. We had 8 in the first. We went for 28 minutes. So we're going a couple more minutes in this quarter until we get to half time. And Wanderers will be hoping that this doesn't get any worse for them.
So Matty King finds Mitchell Taylor. He usually goes for the switch. This time he goes down the line. That's McMurray out there. Oh, unrealistic attempt. So that's going to be a free kick going the way of Badley Kelly. Hasn't seen too much of it, but good size and for Wanderers. Pops it for Simpson. Shaded his eyes from the light. Lost it there. Moroney did well once again. Seaton Kernoff with a quick kick out. Goes straight back to that man. Tries to shove the tackle. It's holding the footy. The umpire said play on. Lucky to get away with that, but Buffs win it anyway through Mensch. As soon as I said he'd gone a little bit quiet, he starts racking up the possessions again. A good defensive mark back there by Wanderers. Getting a bit more involved here is Badley Kelly. Oh, just misses McLean. Did well to try and create a stoppage here, but Buffs win out. Long handball to Mensch. Mensch to Coco Nicky. Bounces kindly, but he still couldn't take it. Good work there by Wanderers. Here's Dre Thompson. Gets it out to McLean. Matty Campbell read that best. Thought that was a bit of a throw, and the umpire did too.
Yeah.
So going to Bradley Stokes. Out wide, Jackson Clark. The ball in. Matt Watkins. Here's Daniel Stafford front and centre, the big fella.
It's a pick up.
And a shot at goal. Good body work near the goal square. 2-on-1. Wanderers' favour. Mitchell Taylor finally gets the footy. Kicks it out to Marcus Totham. Totham dropped the mark that he should have taken. James. Good tackle by Totham. Barumba gets around one player, handballs to a teammate, can have a shot on goal, and he sprayed it as well. So a lot of misses here by the Buffaloes in this quarter. 5 so far.
Yeah, and a couple of those which they should have scored.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely, and they look like pretty well in control though. But as we come in to half time, you're watching AFL NT's coverage of it here at TIO Stadium. At half time, the Buffs are leading. It's 4-7 Wanderers 31. Darwin Buffaloes at 9-10 64. We'll be back after this short break.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Territorians go a long way for one another.
So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away.
Get a quote today.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AFLNT's coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin and Larrakia Country. Round 2 action in the Men's Premier League competition. This evening, Darwin Buffaloes are taking on Wanderers. I'm Nick Danks. Joining me in the commentary this evening is Natasha Midbury. Natasha, Buffs leading by 33 points at half-time. Wanderers obviously got a few changes to make to get back into this one.
Yeah, they do, and unfortunately for Wanderers, I just can't see where anyone could sort of break the game open. They started with Ed Simpson in the ruck to start the second quarter, and it looks like he's going to start there as well. That sort of helped them a little bit, and it was a few wasted opportunities by Henry White. He had a couple of shots on goal and sprayed it that could have got a little bit of momentum back for them, but yeah, there's positives that Aaron can take out of this game as well. I know it's only half time. If they can just try and match it and not let the gate swing open, I think he'll be happy with that. But yeah, it's pretty hard to be a Wanderers player. But I just said off air that it was good leadership by Mitchell Taylor, the way he took the team in and brought them out back onto the field.
So they're back out there now.
So Simpson, there's Stokes. Simpson goes in again. Stokes just keeps going and going and going. Well done, Shane Thorne. Clever. But Baxter Mensch picks it up. Gives it to Pendlebury. Coco Nicky. He's got James by himself, but he looks like he's going to go the longer option. And I thought that might have been a free kick. The umpire said no. Simpson kicks it off the ground. It's a good place to kick it to as well. Domick out there. Liked his game. Nearly gets it back. He's going to get it back now. So there's Domick. Kick one in the first quarter. Has a bounce. Really like the way he goes about it. Baddeley Kelly gives it off to Arbon, and another wasted opportunity. That would have been a good start for them to start this second half if they could have nailed that one. And Matty Campbell's going to play on very quickly here for the Bus. Falls short, so it could be a turnover. Fitzgerald. Dre Thompson being impressed with his pressure. Oh, it looks good, can it? And a good mark. So Henry takes it in the square. So he missed a couple in the second quarter. Has been chopping out in the ruck with Ed Simpson. When they're both not in the ruck, they go rest forward. So Henry White, and he nails that one. So a good start to Wanderers. They've kicked their fifth, and White has his first. That's
the second goal tonight that the Buffs have let in from kick out, where a poor kick in from a point has led to a goal the other way. And I think they're talking about it now and saying, where are we going to put this ball when we bring it back in? Because they've been burned twice doing it that way.
And during the halftime break, I mentioned to you, Nick, that the forwards were sitting down with their forward line coach, of course, their line coach, was sitting down on the grass and sort of chilling back. Yep. And Cammy Stokes had his midfield and his backs all together. They weren't sitting down, though he was right in their grill. So probably just asking a bit more, and probably wouldn't be happy with that kick out either.
No, not at all.
Bounced by the umpire. Simpson again. I think he's just so dominant in that midfield. Domick. I usually go and say that Domick's been best on ground for the Wanderers. Simpson again. Couldn't get a handle on that. Mensch tackled as he got rid of the footy. Stafford. Good hands to James. Goes long. Couldn't hit up Armat Watkins. Handball to Taylor. Under pressure. There's handballed straight to Coco Nicky. Oh, he kicks off the ground, Coco Nicky. I think it was touched. It is. Good call by the goal umpire. It was Palmer that got it out to Nicky. Fortunate there. Mitchell Taylor, usually reliable with his kick-outs. Hits up McLean. In the back pocket. He's up the line, has to kick to a contest. Simpson. Trent Burgoyne should get this one. He does now. Sort of the footy. Regathers. Beautiful silky skills. Good kick nice to Coco Nicky. He could potentially get it back here, but Nicky looks like he's going to have a shot on goal. He wants to get himself on the scoreboard. Hasn't kicked a goal yet tonight. Stafford leads for him. Ignores that. Then he just pops it into the corridor, and a good mark taken there by Lachlan Hill. So we're patient there, the Buffaloes, which was good.
Yes, nice. He took his time then. Everyone thought he was going to go back and slide it through, but he took his time and popped it across to Lachlan Hill, who's lining up for his first shot on goal.
Oh, he had me fooled. I thought he was going for the goal as well. So he's got himself in a good position here, Coco Nicky too, but Lachie Hill, usually a good kicker of the footy, and he's missed that. So commentator curse there. Sorry,
yep.
Lachie, won't say anything next time.
I think I know what they're doing next week for training is some goal kicking. They've missed a couple today that they should have put away.
Pressure with the kick out. So King couldn't take it cleanly. Not really his fault. It was a pressure kick. They haven't really gone too many of the long options. Ed Simpson's going to come down and compete in the ruck. He's just off screen now. Stewart's got his hand up. There he arrives now. Lucky the umpire took a bit of time, allowed him to get down there. Takes it out of the ruck, straight to Clee. That must have gone 10 metres, I reckon. Let him get away with that. Not sure who he was kicking to there. They're asking for deliberate, but I just don't think he found a player. He had two in White and Matty Motlop. So again, a good call by the umpire. Boundary throw in. So watch around the stoppage here. So Davidson's wearing Trent Burgoyne pretty closely. Won the footy there. A bit of a scuffle. Geez, that should nearly be turned over. There was a few high ones in the face there.
Yes, there was. Yep.
Against Jackson Clark. The umpire's letting it go. He did well not to retaliate there. Jackson Clark's got a case there. Domick. No, sorry, that's not Domick. That's Arbin. So they need to just keep discipline in check here. I know the scoreboard's not in your favour, but you don't want to get players suspended. Batterley Kelly.
Had some nice touches today, Kelly. He's
Murray. Finds a teammate in Arbin. Arbin goes long. Hill's caught behind. And a good mark by Moroney. And that should be 50. And it is.
Yeah, all the time.
So he'd already taken the mark, clear mark, and just shoved him over. So there's that little discipline. I think that was Clee, I think that is. Yep, Clee. It to Matty Campbell when he's got Trent Burgoyne open here. He can get this footy and run. Wheel it in. Good tackle by Fijo. McLean gets it. Good work. Thorne. He's played on. Chips it over the top to Fijo. Can run a little bit. Decides to kick it straight away. Puts it out in front of a teammate. Matty Campbell gets there. Keeps it, and he's so clever. The way he uses the footy, Matty Campbell. Then he was dumped in the back. The umpires let it go. Dangerous. White got a hand to it. Pendlebury was tracking it back. Domick picks it up. He can get his second goal, and he does. Well done, Wanderers. Persistent, but it was the turnover on the far wing there. Unfortunately for Trent Burgoyne, just couldn't drag that mark in and allowed the turnover. Probably the kick was over his head. It needed to be in front of him. He had to turn to go for it, so not really his fault. He'd be really feeling the heat and humidity out there, poor fella.
So another mistake there by the Buffs gives the Wanderers a score 6-7-43 to 9-13-67. 24 points in it as we head into the 8th minute mark of the third quarter.
That's a good outcome for Wanderers. I really love the way that Aidan Tomic goes about it. Good player coming into the midfield. Atkin Lewis. We've got McMurray in there. We've got Joel Cabillo for Wanderers. And looks like Lewis is going for the ruck. So he's chopping out with the ruck. And Young's in there. Against Atkins, I wouldn't even jump. I'd stay on the ground and be another mid.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you've got no height there, really. James can't get a handle of the footy. Now he does. Handballs to space. Picks it up with Seaton Kernoff. Got rid of the footy. Tackled from behind. The umpire says that's holding the footy. They play on. Not really much advantage there. And the umpire said that's in the back. So it's square up, I reckon, there.
Absolutely. He gave the advantage. It didn't happen, but he found the one to give back to him. But it wasn't pushing the back. He fell straight into it.
So Palmer A good game. Puts it out. Good work by Mitchell Taylor. Also has a shot on goal and misses that. Another behind.
So 9-14 to the Buffaloes, and there's probably been about 4 or 5 of those at least that they should have converted.
Yeah, they're keeping Wanderers in the game here, Buffs. And a kick over the head. Jeez, we've seen that too often tonight from Wanderers with the kick-outs or in the defensive 50. Jared Stokes going to go kick his second goal and his 200th. They didn't have to get that one to him. He went and got the footy himself. He's so dangerous in the forward 50 and he loves those sort of goals, Jared Stokes. Well done. Like I said, quality player. Love watching the way he goes about the footy. Does everything at 110%.
Yep.
And he's never out of a contest. 1, 2, 3, 4 efforts. He's he's a goer, energizer.
And he took the time then to take a bounce and settle himself down and then just pop it over the umpire's head. And 10-14, 74 to 6-7, 43. And it's about the feel of where the result is at the moment with this game, is that Wanderers are fighting really hard, but Buffs just look in control at certain times.
It takes them back out to a 31-point lead. So they want to get the next goal back here. St. Louis again in the ruck. I'll just stay down. Oh, taken high. The umpire seen that. So Young, sorry. Getting them two mixed up. My apologies. Arbin couldn't take the mark. Vijo comes in. Good pick up. Has a bit of time and space. Can handball over the top to Shane Thorne. It's touched on the way through by Jonas Nicky. Wanderers go inside the forward 50. Moroney got hands to it. They've got numbers here, Buffs. Taken high was Jackson Clark. Advantage paid. Dickinson gets his kick to Palmer. Palmer takes on Fuller. It's around him on the mark. And a good punch away there by James Cabillo. So 100 games for him as well, number 20. Another good stalwart of the Wanderers club. So boundary throw in. We've gone nearly 11 and a half minutes. Lewis did well to check Atkins' body then. Atkinson's body. Over the jump. Well done, Aaron Stokes. Canberra couldn't handle the footy. Clee will pick this one up. Handballs over the top. And gets it back to Arbon. He looked like he was taken high. You can hear the crowd as well. A lot of pushing and shoving. There's players all on the ground there. You can see, I think that's Garamba that's on the ground hurt. Trainer gets to him now. And the umpire's going to ball it up. No free kick found in that. And too close to the stoppage here as an injured player. So they've... Is the umpire going to... No, it's called time off. Now, I've seen in different scenarios, they move the ball away and do the throw up.
Yep.
But I have seen last week that the game stopped for cramp.
Cramp?
Yeah, to my surprise. We had a girl that popped out her shoulder last week in our game and they didn't stop the game. The ball was slinging around near her again. We're trying to tell the umpire, you've got to stop it, you've got to stop it. I said, the only way he's going to stop it if you say there's a stretcher coming. So, yeah. They're going to wait. See, they're going to wait for him to get all the way hit. I don't believe that's...
Yeah,
as long as he's away from the stoppage, it should have been a ball up. But now they sort of wait, and Buffaloes have a player back on to replace him straight away, where it could have sort of worked in the Wanderers' advantage. McLean took the tacklers on. The umpire says, give it to me. Good tackle by Burgoyne. Lewis kept him in the ruck for a while. Drop kick, you don't see that very often in footy these days. No. Stokes managed to keep a hold of the footy and get a handball away somehow. He just seems to break tackles. Good pick up there by Buff, slung to ground. I thought that was a slinging tackle in there. Hill, and there's a scuffle on in back play. They're going to stay with play. We are with the camera. McMurray. You keep an eye on the scuffle, see if there's any reports in there.
No, there's a bit of pushing and shoving there going on.
Oh, good mark taken out there by Badley Kelly. So Jai Pass it to a running player, and there's Lewis, the chop-out ruckman, one of the smallest ruckmen you'll see, and he's going to go back. He's burnt his teammate 10 metres out from goal. He better go back and nail this young fella.
Yeah, they're going to have it. He had a chat to him though on the way back. He said, "Whoa." Yeah,
it was Marcus Tottenham too, and you definitely chip it over to him. He's still calling for it off camera. Lewis looks good. The goal umpire is moving. He's hit the post halfway up. Oh dear. Oh, if we would have nailed it, it would have been okay.
Yep, there'll be a conversation about that, I think. Yep.
Yeah, burnt the 100 gamer there. So Stokesy finds Nicky. That's better for the kick out this time. Turned it over last time. Maroney, he's going to be in their best players tonight. Again, I'd give him a spiel and he nearly turns it over, but Bradley Stokes got a handle of it in the end. Kicks it to Matty Campbell. Good mark out there by Seaton Kernoff. Plays on. No one on the mark, and that's a good intercept mark taken out there by Wanderers. There's that man again. Strong hands. He can play on. He does now. Natalie Kelly, and a good mark taken at full stretch. Sam Davidson. So 45-degree angle. This to put them 24 points behind. They're just staying in there. Happy with this quarter, and so would Aaron Motlop, the Wanderers coach. But can he kick it? Davidson. Big pressure kick, and he hasn't snuck it in. Didn't look good off the boot when it left.
No,
it didn't look confident.
Yep.
There's no breeze whatsoever out there. The flags are dead still. The leaves and the trees aren't even moving. There's nothing. Players would be feeling it.
Yeah, but it's still a warm night out there at the moment.
Yeah, you check what the humidity is, I reckon. I reckon it's pretty high.
Still at 55%. It's still 29 degrees.
Yeah,
feels like 30 way there. It's a bit better than that.
Yeah, no, I reckon a bit hotter than that. And they'll start cramping up soon. We've seen it at game time last week. A lot of cramps in the last quarter. The players are really struggling. Also, still with, match fitness to come. Good work there by White. Oh, taken off the ball was Jared Stokes. Geez, that was clear as. Tomic just gets his handball away. Bradley Kelly's got it more involved as the game's gone on. That slips through the fingers, unfortunately, there of Young. Matty Campbell has all the time in the world to spot up a teammate, and he does now with Lachlan Hill. He can play on. No one's on the mark. Jared Stokes up to getting dumped, is back up with the ball in his hands. Goes out wide, Matt Watkins. That's a beautiful kick pass. And a beautiful lead. Well read. He's had a few shots from here.
Kicking for his fourth.
Yeah, 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Nor in the umpires telling him to get around the line. There we go. So this, stretch it out to 29. So 35 points this will be if he can nail this.
Yeah, same as it was at half time. He's
at the post halfway up as well. We've had
2 posters in a row.
The game before we had a lot of posters as well. Yeah. One of our training drills, we line up alongside each of the posts, like in front of it, and we've got to kick it. And whoever gets 5 in a row, they sort of win. And I sort of say, well, we don't aim for the post spot when we're playing footy. We're aiming between it. So, yeah, bit of a fun one that we do at women's training. Nathan Jones-Cabillo goes back and gets his ball. Well done. Tottenham puts the after jets on. Didn't have to use it. Domic uses his strength. Handballs through the midfield. Should get it back. He does now.
Good hands.
Has a shot on goal. Has he got enough legs? No. Matty Campbell gets back there. Saves the day there for Buffs. Quick kick in. Maroney, then give back to Campbell. He does. Campbell's got a lot of space in front of him. Now, Jared Stokes is outnumbered, so he's going to go back. Poor kick. It goes back. So Matty Campbell's racking up a few possessions here.
Yeah, you see that, you wonder why we count possessions.
And there's Moroney. So they haven't gone forward 5 metres. They've gone sideways, sideways and sideways.
Yeah, there's about 10 possessions.
And there's Pendlebury, and again, it dropped short. So their short kicking game has been terrible tonight here, Buffs. So Stokes, and he's pulled off the footy.
Yeah, that
professional free kick, that one. They knew he was away if he got out the back. So a good professional free kick to give away as well, because they're just chipping it around. Again, it goes short. They put the pressure on themselves again here, Buffs. Bradley Stokes comes out of it. Handballs to space. Hitting it hard is Clee. He was taken without the footy. The umpire says play on. Totham gets it. Tries to hit up a teammate. Goes in McMurray. And finally, drop mark. Fijo put the pressure on. Gets rid of his opponent. Paddles it to McMurray. He has a shot on goal. Big Simpson's underneath it. Can he take one? He can! Finally! Buffalo's just put themselves under enormous pressure in that defensive 50. You're shaking your head, you're speechless.
If you ever want to watch a training video for the last 3 minutes of what not to do in your 50, that's it. Don't go any other video. Just get a copy of that and show your kids this is how to play the 50.
I'm bucket from that corner. Didn't even leave the defensive 50. Like there was about 20 touches in there.
Simpson's going to pop this over the head, and you're going to think they could have scored. Absolutely, watch that 5 minutes again, and it's just incredible what happened.
Now, man on the mark's about 5 metres out. He's gone back a long way here, Simpson. I'm not going to say anything because I'll put the mockers on a few players, and he drills that one. Yeah. And Simpson has his first goal of the game. More importantly, Wanderers have their 7th.
7 goals, 10:52 to 10:15:75. We're just into time on in the third quarter. And I reckon there might be a few words said to the backline team at three-quarter time.
Yeah, again, and like I said, Cammy Stokes was talking to them because, of course, your backline links up with your mids to get it out of the with the kick-ins, and it's hasn't been too flash back there.
No.
So 23 points the difference. So closest margin it's been since earlier on in the first quarter, I believe. Yeah,
26 at quarter time and 35 at half time. So Wanderers have done well to stay in this. And the game before this, that's what happened with St Mary's. They just stuck around and picked up 3 in a row and end up winning. So stranger things could happen.
That's going to be called back. Umpire will toss it up. This time there's a hand in there. So White's gone into the ruck. He gets the footy, but there's a free kick. Which way is it going? It's going the way of Wanderers. I think that's Arbon. Yep, that's got the footy, the vice captain. What's he got out there? He's looking for a Big Simpson. Kicks it over his head. And a good mark taken by that man, Moroney. Oh, he's been enormous for them back there tonight.
He certainly has.
That's a better kick. Doesn't bounce. Nicky gets it.
Took 2 grabs, though.
It looks like he's going to go backwards. Here we go. So Campbell. This is credit to Wanderers, Mutt. They're making the Buffs go backwards. So there's sideways again. So still in the defensive 50. Moroney's going to get it back from where he started with it. We've had 3 kicks in that time. Baxter Mensch goes long. Pendlebury's out the back here. He goes to Stewart. Who have they got in the forward 50? There's Armut Watkins. He's the go-to player. Pushes his opponent under the footy. Umpire said that was okay. Mitchell Taylor tries a little kick, not much in it. Umpire says play on. Now Taylor picks it up. Handballs over the top to Fuller. That is out there. He's taken to ground. Needs to get rid of it. The umpire gave him the benefit of the doubt, I thought. Matty Motlop. And it trickles over the boundary line. So for a boundary throw, we've gone 23 minutes into the third quarter. So we're in the red zone. How many goals have we had this quarter? Won't go for long, I don't think.
4 goals in this quarter, so you'd think that's not far away.
Wanderers will be happy with that. They don't want to give away a goal here. They're 23 points. That's still gettable in the last quarter. I mean, they've struggled to kick, more than 4 goals in a quarter, but anything can happen in footy. There we go.
That's three-quarter time here at TIO Stadium, with Buffaloes leading by 23 points. We'll be back at TIO Stadium after this short break.
Kazali's Palmerston Club. Come and check out our cafe, open 7 days a week. Our kids club is open Wednesday to Sunday nights, including weekend lunchtime. Enjoy hot meals with nightly specials at the bistro or cold drinks at the sports bar. Feeling lucky? Have a go at the latest machines in our gaming lounge or grab your mates for a round of pool. Family gatherings or casual meetings, we have something for everyone. Kazali's Palmerston Club, making a difference.
Territorians go a long way for one another.
So it's good to know that with TIO Comprehensive Car Insurance, if you have an accident covered by your policy, we're here to help with the reasonable costs of towing, as well as your additional emergency accommodation and travelling expenses. And that goes a long way when you're away.
Get a quote today.
TIO, we're for Territorians.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to AFL NT coverage of the 23-24 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium in Darwin and Larrakia Country. Round 2 action in the Men's Premier League competition. This evening, Darwin Buffaloes are taking on Wanderers. Natasha, amazing quarter, though, for Wanderers. They came right back into this at one stage. I thought they were going to get blown away, but they've done really well. Now they're only down by 23 points, and if they could get the first couple here, it could get very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. If they can keep applying the pressure that they did, especially against the back six of Buffaloes, they had to chip it around the defensive 50 that caused a turnover and a goal for Wanderers. They're still within this game, and there's Simpson gets the first tap out. There's that man, Stokes, taken high, but the umpire, yeah, we're 50-50 that one. Fijo just gets a fingernail to it. Well done against James. He was taken high. The umpire was blindsided. That was over the shoulder. Matty Campbell goes back to Baxter Mensch. Quick hands to Atkinson. So a bit of pressure. Good work by Wanderers. Mitchell Taylor does that so well. One of the best players to just read the flight, get his fist in there. Fuller shovels the handball out to King. King's had a good game for Wanderers. Bit of run here. Marcus Totham. The top to Clee, I think that was taken off the ball. Domick has a shot on goal. The goal umpire does not move, and he's kicked it. He's kicked his third of the night. One in the first, one in the third, and one in this last quarter so far. So they come out, and now they are only 17 points behind.
That's 4 goals to 1 since half time. So 8-10-58 to 10-15-75, and those 4 or 5 points that Buffaloes have kicked that probably should have been goals may actually come back to haunt them. We've only just started this quarter, and Wanderers have got their first one on the board, and they're right in this one now all the way. And as said, Buffaloes have only scored 1 goal since half time.
Yeah, pressure's on now. It's the first time they've really been under pressure this game, and scoreboard pressure as well. I know they've still got a bit of a buffer there, but yeah, these behinds could haunt them, as you spoke about. Tap again. Well picked up there by Arbon. He's had a good second half. Simpson, that move in the ruck has really helped. Good tap. Get the hands over the top, no. That's King. And White with a good lead. Maroney looks like he's just a little bit sore or cramping up. We've seen it last week as well. A lot of players in the last quarter really cramped up with the heat. And the first real hit out of the season. Round 2, you're still a little bit not match fit. You can do all the simulation of training that you want, but nothing beats actual game time. So White missed a couple. He sprayed a couple. Kicked one in the third quarter. And he's hit the post. Another poster.
That's the third or fourth one of those we've had tonight.
There's a magnet in that post. So, Bradley Stokes. He's going to go to his brother, Jared. Arbon got to stand the mark. He usually uses the stand rule pretty well too, Jared Stokes. Goes down the line, well done, Jones Cabillo. Matt Watkins tried to claim it, definitely wasn't there. A little bit high, and the umpire says play on. White just chips it in. Good kick to Arbon. The vice-captain's really lifting his team. Not much to kick to. Now he puts it out towards Fijo. Over the top. Pendlebury didn't take it. Went straight through his mitts. So boundary throw in. Now, in this, I think in this scenario in the third quarter, we've seen Ed Simpson tap it over the back.
Yes, we did. And
a running goal. So let's see if they can do it this time. White is actually in the ruck. Atkinson. So taken straight away. A little bit high played. Yeah, so the umpire says no, give it to me.
No, he lifted
he lifted his arm for it to go high. Well umpired. I like that, especially when the umpire gives the reply to the players to let them know, yep, you lifted your arm up, you played for it. Baxter Mensch, that looks like a throw. Throws it in and it's picked off the ground by Fijo. He's got it. The umpire. And what's happened there? Something's happened off the ball. Did you see any of that, Nick? Because
no, I thought Fijo's
I'm oblivious to it.
Something's happened a lot further down the field, obviously. because in the goal square, Fijo did clear that through, and it didn't look like it was touched, but something's happened off the ball.
Oh, they don't want that to come back and bite them. So that would have made them at 9 points. The difference. And game definitely on. Coco Nicky underneath it. Well done by Fuller. Good kick, McLean. This is where they usually go to the fat side. There's that man, Dominic. Loved his game today. Shane Thorne, he can run and carry the footy. Usually a good user he is this time. Over the top.
Nice pass.
Well-weighted kick. Not much to kick to, there's not much space, and he just lowers his eyes and finds Tottenham, and that's not what they were doing in the first quarter. Again, absolutely. Lowers his eyes in the corridor, player all by themselves instead of blazing away. So good coaching by Aaron Motlop that's obviously spoke to his players, and they've really changed up the game. And another game after half-time when we thought it might have been over. Yeah. It's come alive.
They've been a different side since half-time. They said Buffalo's only scored one, and...
So
they're kicking for their 5th since half-time.
Comes in. Flags are slightly moving. And Arbon, the vice-captain, he's kicked it. They're 9 points behind here. Oh, Nick, what a comeback.
Yeah, absolutely.
9 points. Well done to the vice-captain.
Absolutely. Right back in this now, Wanderers. 9-11-65 to 10-14-74. How many games last season to see where the side that kicked a heap of points got stung in the end, and this could happen tonight.
And you look at Wanderers, they've kicked 11 themselves, so and they've had a few gettables. We know White missed 2 easy ones from pretty much in front, and then a poster. Yeah. So that's 3.
4 because he kicked one out of bounds on the 4 as well. Yeah, so they've had their opportunities as well, but at the moment Buffaloes have stopped since half-time, and Wanderers are going to make them pay for it if they don't pick something up soon.
A little bit of push and shove there between Young and Seaton Kernoff. Umpire Waltz is in now. Usually been bouncing the ball pretty well. That one doesn't go too high, favours Simpson. 2 hands, they move it forward. Parked underneath it, here's Thompson. Nearly reeled it in. James, I thought he lowered his, what is it, that when they lower themselves for the tackle to go up. The umpire didn't see it that way. Jonas Nicky. Just a chip over the top, goes straight through the hand. Simpson, strong, boots it forward. Gonna bounce and punched by Stewart over the boundary line. Boundary throw in. Odd get. So Simpson's not going to go take the boundary throw-ins in the forward 50. So he's the man, the wall back here, sort of the kick behind play.
Wanderers will look good at these throw-ins tonight. They've had a couple of opportunities, even in the last one that got pulled back. It came from a throw-in.
So White against Fitzgerald. So White uses his body. Punched over the top. Joel Cabillo did well not to get into the back of his opponent. Stewart, quick kick out. Stafford tunneled under the footy. I thought the umpire said no. Stafford's on the ground. Looks a bit sore and sorry. Fuller lost sight of it. Baxter Mensch has the footy. Handball over the top to Coco Nicky. Pressure's on. He ignored Stokes. Now he gives it to him. Stokes, long, trying to get it over the back. 2-on-2, and a good mark taken there by Otso.
Oh, well cut out.
Arbon, the goal kicker, picks it up. Got McMurray. Out wide. Potham's there. Has a bit of speed. He needs to use his speed. He does. Good tackle, puts his teammate under pressure. I thought that was in the back. The umpire said no. Trent Burgoyne drives it in, looking for Matt Watkins over the back, and he's juggled it, and he's taken it. Good kick there by Trent. He had 3 to beat there, Matt Watkins, and he reeled it in.
Coming around kicking for his 4th goal of the night.
Well, this is his hardest angle, but so he's looks inboard. Poor checking there by Wanderers. Baxter Mensch plays on, and he's sprayed it.
Missed it.
So 10 points the difference here. We've gone 9 minutes in this last quarter. Mitchell, the ball in his hands. He's got Clee out on our side here. Ignores that. The umpire says play on. So they'll charge at him. Stafford does. And he just does a chip kick. And again, there's not much run. They all move to that side of the ground. 2-on-1. If it gets over the back here, Baddeley Kelly gets a hand on it. Wanderers. Kelly again gets it, tries to dance around an opponent. Good smother there by the Buffaloes. I think Wanderers would be happy with a stoppage here. Ball still trickling around. Next up by Mensch. Mensch gets the handball out. Buffaloes with a chain of handballs. Under pressure still. Gets the ball back to Stokes. Stokes kicks it in. Diving pressure there by Daniel Fuller. It gets over the back. So there's Stafford. Stafford goes to ground. Good pressure here. Shoveled out the back. Mitchell Taylor's got it. He just gets a kick away. Coming through flat out was Stokesy, I think that is.
And he's got the free there.
Yeah, and he just attacks the footy always
Absolutely.
at 110%. He come flying in there and got his head ripped off.
Yeah, no choice of the umpire to pay that decision because it was the right one to do, but he was the only one going for the ball, and as you said, he went in there at 110% and picked himself up a free kick, and the Buffs need this settler. They've only scored one goal, I said, since half-time, and they certainly need this one.
Always puts his head over the ball. Jared Stokes looking for his third goal in his 200th game. Just to stretch it out to 16 points once again. Stokes nails that one, has his third. Kicked one in the second, one in the third, now one in this last quarter. So it stretches back out to 16 points, Nick.
Yep, they look for him for his first goal, but he's certainly earned those last two that he got. The one down this end, similar sort of way, he just powered through, took a bounce and popped it through, and then that one there, as I said, nearly got his head taken off. But he needed to do something to get his side back into this, and that's exactly what he did.
Waltstow is doing well down there as well for the Buffaloes in the forward line. Done a few handy things, team things as well down there. So it looks like they've gone with Lewis to chop out in the ruck. Big Simpson's gone down to full forward. Henry, that's been chopping out in the ruck, isn't there? He must be on the bench. Yeah, so he's having a rest. So young Lewis. There's a warning there to, I think, Wanderers. Or the 666 rule. Yeah, there's the warning.
They've flirted with it a couple of times. I've noticed that they've just in time missed this one, but that's the first time the umpire said anything about it.
Yeah, I think they need to bring in, to be completely honest with you, where they just give the free kick.
Yep.
Because it actually plays in, if you watch the Collingwood Grand Final, it actually played into their hands.
Yeah, if you're wrong, you're wrong. That's right. If you're not there, it should be a free kick.
They
Absolutely.
deliberately went against the 6-6 rule. The umpire stopped it and they were able to set and slow down the momentum of and I know that because I've got my Collingwood Premiership shirt on tonight here. I partied for a week, put it that way.
Yeah.
So Trey Thompson got a bit of time and space. They need to get one back. There's that man, Domick. Him and Stokes have been the best players on the ground tonight. I had to give 3-2-1s. Stokes would be up with 3 at the moment. 2 would go to Domick. Just waiting at the back was Jonas Nicky. Chip kick, just the distance. Give the benefit of the doubt there. I tell you, they might need to get the old walking measure thing out and mark it at the umpires training during the week, Nick.
Or get rid of the 15-metre rule completely if you're not going to use it. But jeez, that was about 6.
So good work by Coco Nicky.
He's played well tonight, Nicky.
Domick gets there. He'd be happy with the stoppage for Wanderers. So Fuller. It's a good contest by Fuller before. Just to stop the ball from getting over the back. Lewis jumped early. Still made a contest of it. Well done, the young fella. Trying to trap the footy. He's pushed off the footy. Sorry, that's King. Gets it over to James. It bounces kindly for him. Goes through traffic. Thompson couldn't get him. Good underground handball. Stafford off the side of his boot. Moroney's moved forward. Don't see that very often. Chip kick and Lockie Hill has it. Now they need to check wisely here. Gunnabarra went to go into the corridor. They did loose checking last time. Resulted in a goal.
He's come straight off the bench then, and it was open, but he didn't get on it.
And what has he got? Lockie Hill. And he put them 22 points up. fades late and through for a minor score. So 17 points the difference now, if my maths is correct.
Yep, 9-11-65 to 11-16-82.
Oh, I learnt something at Ripstone when I went to school there with Trent's mum. Went a few same classes and had a bit of fun. All comes out. Trent, needed to give it. That's a good hit. That's holding the footy. The umpire said play on. How did he dispose of that? And there's Matty Campbell. The experience. Big hit in the middle on Stewart. Went to feint and give the handball to Trent Burgoyne. Thought better of it. We'll see on the replay, hopefully. Got hit front on. He's going to come off. The player that's not in the lineup tonight that I thought played really well for Buffaloes is Nathan Spry on debut last week. Played really well. He might be back down in boarding school maybe. Finishing that off, but yeah, he was a really good debut for them last week. Here comes Jared Stokes back on.
So 23 points now. The Buffaloes are leading with just over about 5 or 6 minutes left to go. You think they've settled this now? Wanderers fatigue might have beaten them in the end, and still got a few more minutes to go, but Buffaloes, those couple will settle it down for them.
Yeah, I think it's going to... they'll need to kick a quick couple, Nick, to stay in this. If they can get the clearance, goes to ground, gets the hands away, but Bottom kicks it forward, parked underneath. It's Bradley Stokes. Good contest. Arbon tries to pick it up, then tries to kick it off the ground. Pendlebury kicks it to Mensch. Mensch tries to get it to Burgoyne. Went without it. Ripped off the footy without the ball. Play on, says the umpire. It's going to fall short and juggled over the mark, is it? No, just a mark inside the goal line by Nicky. Kicks it to his captain. So time is against Wanderers here, so Buffaloes can just chip it around. You think, do they keep playing attacking footy or go a bit in defensive mode? Trent Burgoyne picks it up now. Kicks it forward. Nicky's on the run. That's Coco Nicky. Just held up. Well done, Matty Motlop, just to hold him up.
I think a couple of Buffs get one more here and that'll be enough from me. It's just, and I think they'll keep attacking. Mitchell
Taylor plays on quickly. That wasn't the best kick into the forward 54. Buffaloes once again tonight. So they had it all working in the first half, but not so much the second half. Shane Thorne being a little bit quiet. Had a few patches. Oh, good work. Steps around, but one-on-one with Matty Campbell's always hard, and I think he's marked it. No, he's been awarded the free kick for a hold. That's Arbon. That was a good contest, I thought.
Absolutely.
Both a bit of strength there, because Matty Campbell's hard to beat one-on-one. And he kicked one in this last quarter from a similar position. Can he get them back to 17 points? Time is ticking away, though, Nick.
Yeah.
Time is their biggest factor at the moment, as both teams have a few interchanges. A few tired players. It looked straight as he snuck it in. No, it just fades late. Through for a minor score. Pendlebury gives it to Bradley Stokes. He should get it back here, Pendlebury. He does. Can just soak up the clock here, Buffs. Does a bit of that. Called to play on now. That's a horrible kick. But Stafford read it well.
Stafford made it look good for him.
And then I'm not quite sure he went to Trent Burgoyne. Again, that's just the 15, if that. Look at Mitchell Taylor. It's letting him know all about it as well. Stafford lost that in the lights. Here's Trent Burgoyne. Wanted to see him in some open space. Good kick. Oh, lovely kick. Hits the chest of Ahmat Watkins. Been a bit quiet this quarter. Puts it out to space. One-on-one. Watso drops it. Kicks on goal. Goes across the face. Fuller's underneath. It should take the mark. Needs to play on quickly. As I said, time is against the Wanderers. Goes backwards. Kicks it to Marshall. And he's missed everything. So it's gone out of bounds on the full. Not the right option there. As we tick on 19 minutes.
At least the gate was open for him, so he could go and get it easy and rather than jump the fence.
Yeah, then have to jump the fence. 22 points the difference here. Over the top, Ahmat Watkins. Picked up by Marshall. Marshall to McLean. Trying to find some space. Marshall gets it back. Good smother. Buffs applying the pressure. Good tackle by Burgoyne. Ball comes away. Picked up by Jonas, nicking off the side of his boot.
Yep.
Apologises to his forwards. The first half was all nice and flashy for Buffaloes. And after that, the kicks haven't been hitting their target, and not the precise kicking that they had in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, hitting chest and leading runners was what they were doing every time, and now it's got scrappy since half time, as you said.
Fitzgerald comes to the back. Good tap. Play on, but underneath it's Stokes. Well done, Benelli Kelly, to get a fist in that. And a free kick throw. Wanderers have it. Playing advantage. Play on. And here we go. McMurray sits kindly for him. He picks it up. Then he drops it. Finally he regathers and kicks the goal. Wanderers. So
10-12, 72 to 12-16, 88. So 16 points. It was 26 at quarter time, 35 at half time, 23 at three-quarter time. And as we're into time on in the final quarter with 16 points, as I said, I just think that time just got away from him in the end.
Yeah, and only multiple goal scorers so far tonight. Jared Stokes with 3, Daniel Stafford with 2, Ishmael Palmer with 2. Haven't seen him after half-time,
no, he's
really.
vanished, yep.
3 to Armat Watkins, and for Wanderers, we've got Domick with 3.
That's it.
All single goal kickers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There's a lot here in this second half that the Wanderers are going to be pleased about. I mean, it's only scored 4 goals, 6 till half-time. Have come out and done pretty well after half-time, and there's a bit to work with there.
Oh, Lewis got up high there. Peter Hill, the clearing kick. Couldn't get that McLean. Good battle between them two out there. Hands away, kicked off the ground by Matty Motlop. Picked up. How did he dispose of that? He didn't. And was holding the footy, play on advantage, and Big Stafford says to his teammates, let's slow it down, I'm going to have a shot, waste my 30 seconds. I reckon that's another thing they did chuck on the board up there, the 30 seconds.
Second rule.
Yeah. You know, when they're at the AFL, they have the 30 second to kick for goal.
Yep.
I reckon they need to put it on the board there, help the umpires out. Stafford. That famous technique that he's got.
And he's pushed that one aside.
So we got 17.
Can't be much more left of this one.
Yeah, the siren's going to go soon. But as you said, I'd be quite happy with Aaron Motlop with the second half of this game. Cammy Stokes would be happy with the first half. They've got the win. They're going to get the win, but yeah, they haven't. They haven't been too flashy after half-time. They're going pleading his case there. I don't think there was much in that either.
He's got
Run
him.
from behind. Domick's gone.
Yeah, gone.
And he's only blemished tonight.
No one talked to him then. He didn't know he was there at all. He didn't know he was coming. Domick said he's played well tonight, Domick. He just he had no idea that guy was coming then.
Stephen Kernoff with the free kick. In there now, Watkins, 4th in line. There's Palmer. Haven't called him much in the second half. Gunumbar, Trey Thompson. I've been impressed with his game as well. In the first half, when things weren't going their way, he seemed to be the only one applying real pressure. Should get the ball back. Does. Weighted handball. Oh, you show him go. Then the chip. Oh, I think they've mucked this up. They didn't get it to Simpson. He was all by himself. And Bradley Stokes with the professional fumble over the line. And the umpire. And there goes the siren for full time.
So that's it. So your best players on the ground. I think you want 3-2-1, I should say.
If I had to give 3-2-1, I'd say Jared Stokes with the 3 in his 200th game. I thought that he was consistent throughout the 4 quarters. And always leads by example and does everything at 110%. Always have his head over the footy. My 2 would go to Aidan Domick for Wanderers. I thought that he played really, really well. And my 1, hard because there was a good a spread of players, and a lot of the forwards started really well. But I'm actually going to give it to Kevin Moroney, because I thought that, his first half on Big Simpson sort of changed the game, and they had to change their style going into the forward line after half-time, which they did, and it sort of worked for them. But both teams, coaches will be happy. Cammy Stokes with the first half, Aaron Motlop with the second half, but at the end of the day, Buffs get the win. Absolutely, by 17 points, 10-12-72 to 12-17-89. Goal kickers for the Buffs, 3 to Jared Stokes in his 200th game. Stafford got 2, Campbell got 1, Palmer 2, Watkins 3, and Burgoyne got 1. And for Wanderers, Ryan Murray got 1, Arbon 1, Henry White got 1, Thompson with 1, King got 1, Young and Simpson with 1 each, and then 3 for Dominic as well. But a great day. It's been a pleasure to host you this evening. My name is Nick Danks. I was joined by Natasha Medbury. Tune in next week for round 3 action of AFL NT.